So Tony Robbins said, rapport is the ultimate tool for producing results with other people. Hi y'all, thanks so much for joining me. In less than 15 minutes, I will be sharing with you how rapport can help you improve your business. Please like and share this video if you get value from it. And if you're listening to it on the replay, you can type hashtag replay in there. Really appreciate your support. I'm Dr. P. I'm a strategic business coach, and I've been a school psychologist for about 10 years in K-12 schools, served on professional organization committees, teach part-time for our online master's level psychology program. And rapport building has been a part of my career, a part of all my experiences that have led me to where I am today. And it is so important that it's actually embedded in one of the core values for my company, because I've seen the value and the benefits of building rapport and what I did before becoming a business coach. And I continue to use it because that value is so great. The benefits, the results are so amazing and so awesome. So with building rapport, that's why I thought it would be helpful to share it with others, because this is something that not many business owners might be even thinking about. Because here's the thing, think back to when you officially opened the doors for your business, right? Just think back to that moment for a bit. Were you one of those new business owners that thought that everyone would come running into your business the moment you opened up your doors and that you'll start making so much money just from the start? Chances are that probably didn't happen for you, and you realized that there was something you needed to change, right? Because you opened up your doors, but people didn't come running down in, right? And that happens to a lot of us as business owners. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what one of those things are that you can do that will be important for improving your business. And that thing is rapport building. Because this is a strategy that, I've used, like I said, I've used it before, and I became really familiar with it when I was a school psychologist, as a special education administrator, serving on professional association committees, and even as a part-time faculty. Like I said, I've used it throughout my career leading up to becoming a business coach and business consultant. So the strategy of rapport building has tons of benefits. It really doesn't only benefit your business life, but it can also benefit you in your personal life. So you might be wondering, okay, what rapport is, or why it might even be important for your business, right? Because you're like, no, not another thing I got to pile onto my plate. But here's the thing. I would challenge you on thinking that rapport is not something that you need in your business. Because regardless of whatever type of business that you have, there is still a need for you to make connections with others, right? It doesn't matter what business you're in. You might be interacting with people on an infrequent basis or on a frequent basis, in person, virtual. The point is you're going to be interacting with people, and this is where rapport building can come into play to help you and your business, right? So you might also be thinking about growing your network that you have, so that people in your network can be referring others to you, right? So guess what? That's where rapport building can come into play. Because what are you going to do? Just meet somebody for the first time and then, okay, yeah, hey, come into my network. And then just tell them, hey, refer people to me. Are you really going to do that? I hope not, because you should be making an effort to connect with that person, get to know that person that you're inviting into your network so you can learn about them. Again, you're building connections, you're building rapport with that person. So as a school psychologist, it was really important for me to ensure that I took the time to build rapport with a student that I was doing an evaluation with, or with a co-worker that I was consulting with. And the reason being, because it was that when I build rapport with that student, it helped me to get to know that student, or even with a co-worker, a little bit better. And it helped that person to relax. And it really increased the likelihood that they were actually going to want to interact with me. They were actually wanting to listen to me. Why? Because I was taking time to get to know who they were, and not just coming in and spouting things off and telling them to do things. I was really taking time to get to know who they are. And here's the thing. For some individuals, it took a few minutes for them to open up and warm up. For others, it may have taken me about an hour or two, a couple different times of interacting before they were able to open up. Because being honest, not everybody opens up at the same speed. Some of us take a little bit more to warm up to others, and that is fine. That is also part of the process. We're not all the same. We're going to build rapport differently. And with some individuals, we might build rapport quicker because we're making a connection quicker. With others, we might not be sure what the connection is, so it might seem as though it takes a little longer. That's fine. Hang in there and be open and honest in your communication when you're building that rapport. So for me, especially when I was working with students, and not to mention also with coworkers, building that rapport helped when it came time for them to get out of their comfort zone. And I'm talking about when working with students, asking them to do something that was a little difficult, just for me to be able to see how they approached the task, how they broke it down into its components, and what was the end result that they decided to take, just to help me to see how their problem solving was, and to help them see the pros and cons and how they were taking actions. With coworkers, it was getting them out of their comfort zone in the sense that I was getting them to kind of break a negative habit that they were having, or for them to actually bring in a new skill, a new set of things that they could use to help them to be more successful, solving the problem that they were currently having. So helping them, in order to help them, I had to build rapport with them, because I'm asking them to go into, their zone of no comfort, really, because I was asking them to do something outside of their comfort zone. So as a business coach and a consultant, like I said earlier, I'm continuing to build rapport when I interact with prospective clients, with current clients, with vendors. I find that rapport building is so important, like I mentioned at the beginning of this, that I incorporated it into one of the core values. I have 4 core values for my business, and I incorporated rapport building into one of them. And that is our value of collaboration and connecting. There's so much value in collaboration and connecting, right? So at the beginning, I mentioned a quote from Tony Robbins. And Tony Robbins said, rapport is the ultimate tool for producing results with other people, right? That's what I mentioned at the beginning. But here's the thing. There's more to that quote. And he went on to say that no matter what you want in life, if you can develop rapport with the right people, you'll be able to fulfill their needs and they will fill yours. That's the other part of that quote. So think about that for a minute. And let me repeat it so I can help you with that thinking. No matter what you want in life, if you can develop rapport with the right people, you'll be able to fulfill their needs and they will fill your needs. So just think about that. Think about that positive benefit of building rapport, right? Tony Robbins captured it in what he said. So as a business owner, offering a solution to solve a specific problem for your target audience, right? This is the result you want, isn't it? I'm talking about the fact that you're going to be fulfilling the needs of your target audience and they're going to be filling yours, because you are offering a solution to help them, but you also want to be making money off of the solution that you're offering, correct? I mean, just think about it. How else are you making money? So I would say, yes, this is the result that you want. You want to fulfill the needs of your target audience, and you also want them to fill your needs. So are you starting to see how building rapport with others is important for your business? I really hope you are. I hope you're hanging in there with me in this episode, because rapport building really is helpful. Mind tools define rapport as the basis of meaningful, close, and harmonious relationships between people. Skills you need describe building rapport is like having emotional connections with someone else. So rapport is about building those connections with others that you are liking and you want to trust, right? Or you want them to trust you. So remember that know, like, and trust factor that I'm sure you've heard so many people mention about, especially when you're using social media. And it's about the fact that you're not just coming out and expecting people are going to buy from you right away, but you have to build out that know, like, and trust. This is where rapport can help you with that trust part. Because when you're building rapport with others, right, you are building those connections. And there's some tips I'm going to share with you on how you can build rapport. There are some researchers who have found that when you're building rapport, it allows for mutual attentiveness and coordination. So for me, I believe that that coordination is what you need for the collaboration part to occur when you're building rapport, especially in my business as a consultant and as a coach. Because when I'm working with other business owners, building that rapport, building those connections, having that mutual attentiveness. I'm attending to what the person is saying. They're listening to what I'm saying, right? Allows for us to actually hear each other out and to be able to identify what the problem is, collaboratively come up with solutions and the actions that we're going to need moving forward. That's why I can see the benefit in rapport building. It has helped me out with the clients I've worked with and with all that I've done before becoming a business coach. And I share this information with the clients I work with and with prospective clients as well. So when you build rapport, you are also building success. That's the other thing about building rapport. When you're building rapport, you're building success, right? So those tips that I wanted to share with you, because I said I want to share this in less than 15 minutes, right? So here are some tips to help you with building rapport with others. Use their name. That is a start. Use their name. And if you're not sure how to say a person's name, ask them. I mean, it happens to me all the time, especially with my last name and sometimes with my first name. People just ask me, how exactly do you say your name? Just ask, because you want to be able to use the person's name. You want to make the interaction personable. You're building rapport, building connections, building that emotional connection. So you want to use the person's name. Then the other thing is use the appropriate pronoun. And again, if you're not sure, ask the person a question, because you want to be respectful of the other person you're interacting with. Be culturally appropriate in your interactions, not just what you say, right? And how you say, not just that verbal part, but in your nonverbal interactions as well. You want to be culturally appropriate. Number 4 is actively listen to what the person is saying to you. So don't say that you're building rapport with someone and you're there typing away on your computer or on your phone, or gazing through the window. That's not being attentive. You want to actually be attentive to what the person is saying to you. Actively listen to what that person is saying to you. And relax. When you're building rapport, it shouldn't be something that has you tensed. You should be relaxed in the whole process. Be genuine. You know that you like it when you interact with people who are genuine with you, right? So when you're interacting with others and building that rapport, be genuine with that person. Share something unique about yourself, or even ask the person a question to find out something unique about them. I'm not saying you got to sit down and be nosy in the other person's life, especially if this is a customer that you have on the phone or in person. I'm not saying you have to be nosy, but being able to find out something about the person to really build something that you have, a connection to something that you have in common, can be your ticket to that person signing up for your product or service. But you don't have to be nosy about it. You don't. There are ways that you can navigate the situation. And the last one I wanted to share with you is find something that is common to both of you. Because for some people, and we were talking about this morning in my networking group, for some people, knowing that you like the same sport, you like the same food, the same restaurant, drive the same make or model of car, those things can be that common ground for both of you. And that can allow the person to want to listen to what you have to say and maybe even buy what you have to offer. Hey, so you can solve their problem. So those are just 7 tips to help you with building rapport. And I hope you find these tips to be helpful, because when you use them, you're going to be better able to collaborate with team members, with vendors, and even with members of your peer advisory board in your networking group. And especially when it comes to solving problems, you're going to be able to solve problems better, develop solutions, and take appropriate actions. Plus, if you use rapport building with your prospective clients, you might gain a new client. Like I've said several times throughout this, you might gain a new client. And by the way, HubSpot found that 80% of customers will pay more for a guaranteed good experience. So if you take time out to actually build rapport with prospective clients, and you know, and they know that your product or service is more expensive than your competitors, because of that good relationship that you built up, they're more likely to want to do business with you because you took the time to get to know them. So make rapport building interactions positive, be genuine, and make them meaningful. I'm Dr. Priscilla Kuser with Priscilla Kuser Consulting Solutions. Thank y'all so very much for joining me. Remember, solutions plus actions equals results. Thanks, y'all. Bye.